Hey everybody, do you know what's about to happen? I do.
It's a tiny tight show. What you know about pro wrestling? Tune in, get a lesson in. A little MMA. Got a question? Throw it our way. A suggestion. Listen to the podcast with some bomb gas. RVD, no, we won't pass. Makes me so mad when Big Show's sad. I just can't believe the acting. It's the last thing I wanna see, but Mae Young fasting, crashing through a table. You're overreacting, not another stable. Tiny tight show, moves not, don't give a fuck. Crispin one. I'm Zach Selleck, Mike Batchelor. Start the show, brother.
It's the Tiny Tight Show for the week of WrestleMania this Sunday.
Woo!
I am one half of your tag team champions. I am Mike Batchelor.
Hey everybody, I am Zach Selleck.
You can tell we just spent the little bells and whistles on Google Hangouts, so...
Yeah, we Googled that shit.
Yes, we Googled that shit. So, huge week in professional wrestling. It is the Super Bowl, as they say, of the industry. But before that, we went to a little show in Aurelia from our friends at 3AW.
Yeah, Bachelor, we did. We are, I don't know, let's start off. Maybe someone's listening for the first time. Let's tell them about Tiny Tights. Let's tell them about you. Let's tell them about me. Let's tell them about what we do here.
What do we do at the Tiny Tight Show, Zach?
You cannot get away with just asking questions. You cannot get away. I know your game. I know your game.
That's my job. I steer the show, so I deflect. I'm like a goalie. I deflect all the things onto other people. So
Tiny Tight Show is a wrestling podcast with you and me, Mike Batchelor, Zach Selleck, Tiny Tights. We're fascinated with the moose knuckles.
Well, speak for yourself on that. But we talk professional wrestling. We talk MMA. All things with I like to say it with a little bit of slice of dumbassery. That's my word.
Yeah, it's our own little take on it, right? We're definitely lifelong fans. Basher has educated me on the wrestling world. We work together, so he got me into the indies, and I'm still not like deep down dive ducking 5Ds, but no, I can hold my own in a conversation.
I'm slowly smartening you up, as it were.
Yeah, so that I hope that covers it for the first-time listeners. We all know that we have our one loyal listener, at least one loyal listener. His name's Serge.
Yes, we got to get him on the show real soon.
So sometimes we refer to, like, we're just talking to Sergio. So if that ever comes up, that's the explanation for that.
Yes, and our other buddy, Mr. Jason Ward, who will be on the show real soon. So... That's us.
We don't talk about him. We don't ever talk about him. So I'm just. It's not a day, or it's not. I'm not trying to bury him. I'm just saying it hasn't come up. So
you don't want to bury him because he knows martial arts. He'll go Steve Blackman on your ass.
Oh, he would. Yeah, he would. So
he knows 50 ways to kill you.
He would send all his little students after you, and it would be like an episode of Seinfeld where Kramer gets attacked by all the karate kids.
Yes, and he'll use a T-bar to do it too. So
that's a Future Shop joke. Future Shop is an electronics store in Canada. If we have any one or two listeners from the United States of America,
just say Best Buy. Same shit.
Best Buy. Pay the paychecks. They sign the paychecks.
They used to sign the paychecks, but not anymore.
Woo! WrestleMania weekend.
Yes.
What did we do last weekend, Mike Batchelor? What did we do?
We went and saw some wrestling in Aurelia. So we are the home base of Tiny Tight Show is Barrie, Ontario, Canada. So we made the drive north to Aurelia. Our friends at 3AW Wrestling had an event there.
A whole 25-minute drive.
We're on the road for the working man.
Up and down the road.
Going to the indie shows.
So yeah, we went to Aurelia. We went to a 3AW show. A great turnout, huge line. So it was at a high school. So we get there, big lineup. Probably get like three-quarters of the way back. They had some video guy going through with a nice SLR camera, getting some crowd reactions. They're trying to
hype up the crowd. For wrestling.
Yay!
they had like 500 people like turn out, so it's not bad for an indie card.
Actually, I saw a picture of the latest TNA event. I think they actually had more at this show than the latest TNA event. So
that would not surprise me at all.
But anyway, back to the show. So we're in line. It's actually, if I had to fill out a comment card, we were waiting in line too long. Why were we waiting in line? I don't know. Maybe there was some misorganization with the tickets or something like that.
They couldn't find Jeff Jarrett's guitar.
But I was a little unhappy with the lineup, and that's not a huge problem. But I'm just opening honest here on the Tiny Tight Show.
They were building up the anticipation for you, Zach.
Okay.
The anticipation for Rip Impact.
We get in, so we're in the hallway in the school. We're looking at people's lockers. Stacy and John's locker. They've carved a big heart in it. It's lovely. It's cute. But what do we see? Who's at the counter? Who's taking tickets? Who's taking money? Who is it?
Good friend of the show, Mr. Corey Vautour. I was shocked. You were shocked.
I was shocked. Not surprised because I knew he was friends with the promoter, like from way back. But so not surprised, but just shocked.
My Multiverse 5 co-host, James Simpson, was indifferent because he's never really met Corey. So.
Yeah, James was great. Saw we chatting. It's brought his girlfriend.
It was a mega cast. It was a mega show. We had Multiverse 5 and we had the Tiny Tight Show colliding.
It was like craziness. And we had James's girlfriend, Alicia, right?
Yes, Alicia
Boom.
was there too.
Memory points.
We're name dropping everybody this show.
Everyone's going to name drop who listens, so they'll keep on listening.
Yes. The last third of the show is just going to be people's names.
We're going to go through a phone book, and we're just going to be like, we're going to Jim Wilson.
And we'll get you back on your piano, and I'll ballad the shit out of those names.
Yeah, we'll have to come up with like a
thank you.
A thank you song, maybe a thank you rap.
Thank you right in your pussy hole.
What? Where did that come from?
I don't know.
You are never that filthy.
Yeah.
Not just keep it a left field.
I've always had filthy, my friend. You just never caught me in the right mood. I'm hype. It's WrestleMania.
Maybe I'm glad I haven't caught you in the right mood. I don't know.
It's man, I've been hanging out with Mojo from NXT. I'm hype. It's all about the hype.
Okay, so we see Corey. He takes some money. It's $20.
That's good.
Not unfair, but just saying the same as Ring of Honor. Just saying.
Yes.
Same as Ring of Honor. But Jeff Jarrett's got to smash the guitars. They got to cost money. I get it.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan's got to yell at some prostitutes.
Oh. So we get in, and it's like apparently you have to pay in advance to get the floor seats, so the actual chairs. So on the side there's like bleachers, so everyone people general admission were on the bleachers. And let me tell you what, I would not want to sit there for 3 hours because it was crowded, no back support. So Mr. Mike Batchelor, he got out of his comfort zone. He went and saw Mr. Drop, and you asked him
because I got it in.
Seating.
I got it in with the promoter, right? So I got us some special seating.
Yeah, so we pulled our own chairs. We saw that stack of chairs. We pulled them down. We put them. We're like, we're going to sit here. And they're like, yeah, no problem. So
so in the end, my connections with the promoter meant nothing, but I'll still say it was all me. So
yeah, you can still say I talked to him, man.
Yes.
If anyone said anything, I talked to the Drop. He let me drop this chair right here. Let me drop the beat.
I think we should be commentators for 3AW. I think that would be tremendously terrible.
In an amazingly terrible way. Yes.
This is like the B commentary track. So you got the good commentary.
Yeah.
Then you got the shitty commentary track.
Yeah.
By us.
Yeah. Let's name drop some Ontario wrestlers that we saw at the event, because you never know. Mr. Psycho Mike Rollins might tune into this one day, because this is archive, right? This is an archive show.
Yes.
Go listen to it anytime.
It's a time capsule for all the stuff that went down in wrestling this week.
It truly is.
There you go. That's our new T-shirt.
A time capsule
for your nutsack. Tiny Tight Show. Nice. There you go. It all goes around.
Good.
So first match, Psycho Mike versus the Executioner. The Executioner may be listening. We don't know. He was wearing a mask.
Yeah, he might have been serving us hot dogs during or after the event. Who knows?
But there was no hot dogs. There was pizza. So.
Oh yeah, another gripe. I'm sorry to get all the gripes out. I'm gonna get the gripes out of the way first. So, I'm thirsty. I'm feeling parched. I go out. I talk to Corey. I'm like, Corey, man, dude, tell me where the refreshment stand is, or the food stand. And he's like, there isn't one. There's a pop machine. I'm like, a pop machine? And he's like, there's some pizza coming halfway through the show. So there's some pizza, no drink. Maybe I think they brought some drink with the pizza, but
some drink. Not some drink. They bought some drink.
Yeah, and so there's another gripe. So waiting in line, sitting on the bleachers.
Yes.
And no refreshments. If you solved all those problems, Mr. Drop, I think it would be a fantastic, flawless evening.
Well, it's going to be their regular venue for now on. So hopefully from now on. They said they're going to run shows every 2-3 months. So more, I say, good for them. We're always supporting independent wrestling.
Great turnout. So really happy. Anyone wants to see what the crowd looked like, go to our YouTube channel, Tiny Tight Show. We have a couple videos up of Jeff Jarrett cuts a great heel promo on Canada, and you can see the crowd reaction there. And then Hacksaw Jim Duggan video, and one with Rip Impact losing to a girl. So yeah.
Jewel, so that's was later. So first match, Psycho Mike versus Executioner. Okay match. Kind of got the crowd going. I found Psycho Mike wasn't very psycho, so maybe he took his medication.
He's trying to act psycho. I give him that. He had a little psycho attire. I think he had like one half of his head shaved or something, or different from the other half of his head, and. Or maybe that was in the picture on the poster. Now I'm not sure, but he did try to have some psycho mannerisms and characteristics.
I'd say more socially well-adjusted, Mike, if anything.
Yeah. So it was whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry, psycho.
Second match was that Jewel versus Rip Impact?
Could have been.
Let's just say it was.
Let's say it was. So it's a girl, Jules.
Yes. This was a continuation from the last event because Jules wrestled Jasmine at the last event in Aurelia that Jake the Snake was at. And so this was a big rematch. It was supposed to be a submission match, but I guess Jasmine did not show up. So Jewel laid an open challenge to anyone in the back, and it was accepted by Rip Impact.
Rip Impact. So
now,
yeah, so tell them your love and your affection and your I don't know.
We like to rip, like no pun intended. We like to rip on Rip Impact.
Who? You and who?
Us, me and James.
You and James.
Because there's nothing wrong with Impact.
I love Rip Impact. He looks like a non-ripped child Matt Hardy.
He's a man-child, the man-child Rip Impact.
He's a man-child.
Yes.
And he's never went to the gym, I bet, in his life.
Hard-working guy, great worker. I'll say, I'm not going to totally bury him, but...
He has his own T-shirts that kind of look like the Breaking Bad logo, but it looks like he's made it out of construction paper in his basement.
Yeah. He just needs to do something a little bit more with the gimmick, with the look or something like that. Or they need to do a storyline where something... He just needs to turn it up to 11 a little bit.
He made the girl look good.
Yeah, like that was a great match. I say that was
the girl actually looked really good, so he did his job.
And Jewel won, so good match.
Even though his T-shirts look like handmade.
We're ones to talk. We don't even have T-shirts.
I guess right. I guess if he's made an effort, I guess that's maybe the perfectionist in us. If we don't want to do it right till it's perfect, right?
Yeah, that's our story. We're sticking to it.
That's right. Tiny Tight Show.
Whoop. Next match was... Yeah, because there's only... Yeah, neither was...
Tyson Dukes.
Oh, yes, that Tyson Dukes versus...
It's the hacker, Scotty O'Shea.
Hey, another good match.
Yeah, so really impressed by both these guys. Tell them what you told me about Tyson and Mr. Elgin.
Yes, Tyson Dukes has been a guy that's been around forever, and he was always the guy that should be in WWE, but just shit happens. He was recently on a card in Ring of Honor with, I believe, in Detroit. I could be wrong.
That's what you told
And
me.
and he was in something like a four-way with Elgin. And after the match, Elgin got on the mic and just put him over like $1 million. Like he's like Tyson Dukes is the reason that he's here, and good for him. He's getting more exposure because he definitely deserves it.
Yeah. So and then I'll tell you my Tyson Duke story. I saw him on Kenny versus Benny. He trained Benny.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so so wait, it's like 35, 36, so it's probably now or never for him if he's going to actually take a big leap. So obviously, I don't know, I'm just speaking out of turn here, but he's probably spent his life on it, and he's got to make it, man. Go for him. He's got a good body. He's probably just, a little short. You think that's what's holding him back? What's holding back Tyson Dukes?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah.
No idea what's this. I just laugh at you Wikipediaing Scotty O'Shea during the match on your phone.
I like Scotty O'Shea so much. He wasn't a very tall guy, but athletic, doing some like flippy stuff, and solid worker. And I liked him. I liked the gimmick, and talked to him after. We got his autograph. And,
Absolutely. Yep.
And he asked me, he's like, I'm like, great, man. That was a great match. And he's like, yeah, man, you're a big wrestling fan. You come to these shows a lot. Like yeah, man, it's great to meet you. I told him I Wikipedia him during the match, or I Googled him during the match. That's a compliment.
That's a compliment, yeah.
That's a compliment.
Like, who is this guy? I'll use the power of the internet. That's his gimmick. He's a hacker.
Yeah, so who won that?
I believe Tyson Dukes won that match.
I'm not even sure. I think Scotty won it.
Somebody won that match, and when they
Somebody won that match.
So there was a match, there was a victor, there was a loser. We can't remember which. We were so in awe of the event. Let's just put it that way.
Hey.
That's right. So there was only 2 matches after the actual intermission. There was the Hacksaw Jim Duggan Native American guy versus 2 other guys. I didn't get their names. I think one of them was Raza Kellick, and I don't know who the other guy was. But the most...
no, we missed one. We can talk about this, but we missed the tag team one, the Flatliners or whatever.
Oh, yes, Flatliners, another favorite of local Ontario wrestling scene.
Yeah, but not like the punk band. There's a really good punk band named Flatliners, too. They're on Fat Wreck from, like, Richmond Hill, Newmarket, or I think Richmond Hill.
Yeah. These were 2 big just jack dudes.
Yeah, they're veterans on the scene, too, on the Ontario indie scene, aren't they?
Yeah, I've seen them wrestle a lot of dark matches on Ring of Honor shows over the years.
Mm-hmm. I've even seen one of those. So.
Yeah. So there was that match. Then there was this intermission. Came back. Hacksaw Jim Duggan tagged with this Indian guy versus 2 other guys. Match went a little bit too long. I find a little bit
too much crowd. Was it pandering?
Gaga, as I like to say. Too much of the Gaga. Too much of this, that.
But what do you expect from Hacksaw? What the fuck else he's gonna do?
Yeah, and awkward finish.
Oh yeah, they botched the finish hardcore. The Indian dude was supposed to do this like kind of spinning moonsault, kind of like
leg drops, moonsault leg drop kind of thing.
Yeah, something, and he missed completely. So he's like quickly like pick me up and I'll do a roll up. So the guy gets up, picks him up. They do a roll up, and then even still the ref like counts
to 2.
And then everyone's just confused, and then the match was just over.
And then Hacksaw throws the guy out of the ring, and then they go home.
Yeah, everyone was confused.
I wish I would have had the Price is Right fail horn on an amplifier.
Or your phone.
Just hold it up. Because it was silence, too. Everyone's like, what? What's going on?
Yeah, so then main event?
Main event, Jeff Jarrett versus Cody Deaner. So Cody Deaner's got a different look from last when we saw him in TNA. He's got almost like the full biker Duck Dynasty beard going on right now.
Yeah, Duck Dynasty beard. But in the ring, he kind of just looks like a stretched out Daniel Bryan. That was my best description.
Great match. Jarrett got the cheap heat because Karen wasn't there because her kid was sick. But of course, he said she didn't want to come to a hellhole like Aurelia. and he's scouting talent from his promotion that he's starting up, and there's no talent in Canada, blah, blah, blah. And
If you want to see that promo, go to our YouTube channel, Tiny Tight Show.
Yeah, and Diener got the crowd into it too, defending Aurelia, and he got all the kids. Actually, we should point out the biggest heel on this show was that security guard.
Yeah, fourth or fifth gripe, the security guard who thought he was fucking the king of the world. I don't swear a lot, but that guy got me like pissed off. Pissed off, like, you know what he did? Kid got in the ring, like, Jeff Jarrett asked for the kid to get in the ring. The security guard probably wasn't even paying any attention. All of a sudden, sees a kid in the ring, gets in the ring himself. And Jeff Jarrett turns around and he's like, oh, the security guard's in the ring. And he's just, so he obviously didn't break, but it was still a moment of confusion for Jarrett. Like, what the fuck is this idiot doing in the ring?
I totally ruined an awesome moment. Like, all the kids were outside, a lot of kids at the event were banging on the ring apron and things like that. And he's like, you guys need to get away from the ring. Guys, get away from the ring. Fucking Killjoy, man. These kids were having fun. They were living the dream. They were wrestling fans.
And that man was walking around too cocky for his own good. It was freaking pretty cold out in line. He's walking around with just a t-shirt on. Sure, you want to show off your muscles or whatever, but don't act like a dick. Don't be so cocky. You're just a security guard at a fucking wrestling show. So I hope you're fucking listening to this, bitch. I don't know why I got so angry. Sorry, it's to you, not him.
Whoa, that's you hating on Silas Young, Zach.
No, that was fake anger to Silas Young.
Oh, okay. This is real anger to this guy.
Dude. Can calm down.
Just hating. You're getting too hot.
Okay, I just cut that huge promo on that fag.
There you go.
I don't like that one.
Oh.
You got me going with your P word.
You pussy hole. So, speaking of pussy hole, let's talk Total Divas.
I didn't see last episode because I'm one episode behind. So the last episode I saw was that John Cena took Nikki Bella to the pier to get back with her. So like the whole last few weeks they've been fighting and blah blah blah. John Cena doesn't want to get married again, doesn't want to have kids, but Nikki Bella is surrounded by all his marriage with kids, like every other fucking girl around 30. It's crazy, man. There's so much of it going on, so much external pressure. That's another podcast.
Have you had a little pressure at home, Zach?
My Facebook newsfeed is babies and weddings. It's scary. Anyway, it's another podcast.
My Tinder response feed is women and babies.
Oh, is that new dating thing, Tinder? You're always on the new shit, eh? You're fucking ahead of the curve. You're an early adopter.
I was the first one with Twitter, and you're my witness.
You are.
Years before Twitter broke, I told you about Twitter. You're like, Bachelor, that's stupid. No one would want to do that.
I am here to totally back up those claims. I say that all the time. Not all the time, but who am I going to say it to? But no, I would definitely back you up on that. But you are, if you would be described as anything, early adopter.
I got my eye to the ground, son.
You are ahead of the curve, early adopter. So that's a good way to describe you.
So
where was I?
Babies and
my marriage thing. What was I saying?
Babies and pussy.
No, that's a bad combination. Sorry.
That's a rap. That's a new Wu-Tang song.
Okay. Well, I don't know where it was.
Total Divas. John Cena did not want to
Nikki
He's a horrible human being.
Yeah. So Daniel Bryan Brian Danielson just asked Brie Bella to marry him, and Nikki Bella's feeling all jealous of whatever they feel. I don't know. And yeah. So then she breaks up with John because she doesn't know if she can have a future with someone who doesn't have a marriage or doesn't want to have kids. And yeah, so then they've past few episodes they've been fighting or not even talking, and then at the end of this episode,
why you got to break her heart, John Cena?
John Cena flies a jet. I don't know if it's private, but he flies to San Diego and says, "Meet me at the pier." like a fucking romantic romance novel. And then they're boom, they meet on the pier, all fancy clothes, red dress, nice suit, boom. And then I think it said to be continued. I'm not sure. I don't know if they made out or not. Maybe made out. I don't know.
And he makes her sign a friendship contract.
Yeah, maybe he had a baby. Maybe he was making babies on the pier, just rocking that pier.
And Summer Rae's on the show.
Summer Rae's on season 2 now.
That means Fandango's on the show.
What do you think of Summer Rae's face? Like, she's got a rockin' bod. What do you think of her face? Because Amanda, wifey AC, she does not like her face, and she always comments on it, how ugly it is. So I want to get your take on it.
She's got that oh my god face. Are you serious?
What was that?
She's got that oh my god face. Fandango. I mean, seriously?
So, yeah, that's what Total Divas all about right now.
Dean Ambrose was eating at catering, so that's the important thing that happened on Total Divas.
Oh, see, I don't know if I got that episode yet, because that might be last episode. You'll get that update next week on the Tiny Tights show. You're the Tights.
And we got to hear all about this Daniel Bryan and the bus incident. Because, what was it, the other Bella wants a bus?
Oh, yes. Bus.
They all want the potty bus.
Yeah, it makes sense. It'd be pretty sweet. But they're supposed to be all about the environment and stuff, so that seems kind of hypocritical.
Yeah, we need a party bus. The Tiny Tight Show. Just right. Moose Nucks don't give a fuck. ... Chris Benoit on the side of a bus.
Like on a half bus.
Short bus, yeah. Well, that's all you need, right? There's only 2 of us.
And have a megaphone.
Yes. Rip Impact sucks.
He lost to a girl.
Not really. We love you, Rip. But still, get some new gear.
But we would never buy a T-shirt.
Oh yeah, we forgot that one match with that's the guys RJ City and the other guy were fighting the Flatliners. Just wondering who was fighting the Flatliners.
Did we tell him at about the end of? Did we tell him Cody Deaner won?
Oh yeah, Jared put over Deaner. So. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bro.
And then we went to the parking lot, and then we got some Tim Hortons, and then we drove home. It was a great show. I don't know what this character is, but this is the guy that went to go see 3AW. It was a great show, and it really, seriously.
Except for 4 or 5 gripes.
Oh, they were your gripes. They weren't my gripes. I was okay sitting on the benches.
Yeah, right.
It's like old school ECW where they had the benches.
All right, so we finished 3AW. We finished Total Divas.
Great show. We love 3AW. We'll definitely be there next show.
As long as you have, who would you like to see? What's just fantasy book at the next 3AW show? Realistic. Don't be stupid. Realistic. Like a Jared or a Jake the Snake or something.
I would like to see. Well, I'd say they've already had Elgin on earlier before he got big, so they have a hard time getting Elgin back. But you never know. I'd like to see Steen.
Okay, that makes sense.
Super Smash Brothers, because they're Canadian. 3.0, they're Canadian. I'd like to see Sexy Eddie back. I'd like to see Frankie the Mobster. Any of these guys from that Montreal scene. I'm fans of, because I was a big fan of IWS back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's cool. What about? I haven't really thought about it, but what about is Vader still alive?
Yeah, Vader's still alive, and I think he's taking the odd booking.
Yeah, let's get Vader up here.
Yeah, man. I'd like to see him Vader bomb somebody.
Vader versus Rip.
There you go. Let's go, Rip.
Oh, he would get beat up.
Yes, 98-pound weakling. They had 2/3 of the roster versus Vader, to be honest. Because they even he wasn't there this show, but they the last show they had that Road Warrior guy that we went to the other show. Rage, his name. They've used him before, so.
So a big dude that kind of looked like one of the guys from Legion of Doom.
Yeah, that was basically just stealing their gimmick.
He wasn't very good. It wasn't very smooth. He was powerhouse, of course, but it was very smooth and silky in the ring.
Yes. I guess we should move on to WrestleMania because it is the big deal. It is T minus today is Thursday, 3-4 days away.
Yeah, so we're going to do WrestleMania predictions.
Yep.
We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about our picks and why we feel that way about our picks. The who, what, when, where, when, and how.
So let's start off with the 2-hour pre-show. Starts at 5 on the WWE Network. So they've announced the tag team title match is going to be on the pre-show. It's going to be the Usos defending against the Real Americans, defending against Ryback, and defending against the team of Primo and Epico. Oh, wait, sorry. Los Matadors.
So it's 2 hours and then 4-hour show?
Yeah. And then they'll probably do a post-show after that.
Holy fuck. I mean, what if are they going to have Michael Cole is going to have a little pot, like a jug to pee in or something? Or what's going on here?
Well, the 2-hour pre-show is all them at the desk.
Oh, okay.
And the post-show will be back to them at the desk, so...
But they'll still be commentating, won't they?
Yeah, so yeah.
So how's Cole going to take piss breaks? He won't be able to in 6 hours?
Well, they'll probably have to run to the back. That's when, the packages, and there's always Taker's entrance, right? Taker's entrance takes, at least, 20 minutes.
But no, they still have to talk to her in that.
Yeah. Well, when you hear JBL and Lawler doing commentary for 10 minutes, we know Cole ran to the back to go to the bathroom, then they'll probably switch out.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of talking, too.
Yeah. I don't think Wade Barrett's in the Battle Royal. Everybody else in this Battle Royal, but Wade Barrett, so I guess he's stuck at the fucking counter with Alex Riley and Booker T.
Has he even had a match since his gimmick change?
No.
I wonder what they're waiting for.
I don't know. He'd be a good manager. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So do you have our picks we made the other day?
Hmm?
Do you have that survey, those picks we made the other day?
Yeah, I can bring it up.
Bring it up, and let's go through those.
Okay.
As you do that, I'm going to do my Michael Cole pee break to the fridge to get a drink.
So we'll take a break, and then we'll be right back. Continuity for audio. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
And we're back for the second half of the Tiny Tight show. Now we're going to start getting into WrestleMania predictions for WrestleMania number 30.
Mr. 3-0. The
Yes.
3-0.
So we got our tag team title match. Who is going to be your winner?
I thought I made the picks. You don't have them there?
I don't have access to it. I just have the form. So we can just say it.
Okay. You do yours, then I'll know the options.
I would give it to the Real Americans.
I was thinking that too, but I'm gonna stick with the Usos. I don't think they've been doing some longer title runs recently. I don't think they've really, had their good run yet. So I'm gonna stick with the Usos.
Okay,
but
so
I think of the Real Americans.
Yeah,
That's
so
my second pick.
You got Usos, I got Real Americans. So then we got the Vicky Guerrero's Diva Invitational Trainwreck Bathroom Break. So in this match, AJ Lee's defending against Summer Rae, Natalya, Brie Bella, Nikki Bella, Tamina, Alicia Fox, Ixana, Rosa Mendez, Emma, Naomi, Cameron, Eva Marie, Velvet Sky, Victoria, Karma. Oh wait.
I got my pick. Who's your pick? I got my pick. I'm ready. Who is yours? Okay, if you're not ready, let me tell you mine. I'm already talking into mine. Mine's so good, and I'll tell you why.
Okay,
Nikki
why?
Bella. Because John Cena doesn't want to get married. This is like a consolation prize, winning the Divas title at WrestleMania. Instead of getting married, there you go. Keep you happy.
Who's the Funkadactyl with the eye patch?
Naomi.
I'll go with Naomi.
Decent pick. It's a decent pick.
Because then she can match her eye patch with her belt. She can
Little side note on that. I just got before I forget. I'll try. I was gonna try to hold off to like a later, but I'll probably just forget. Read that AJ Lee, CM Punk got engaged.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
Purely speculation.
Ring pictures apparently. I don't know if they're doctored, whatever that word is.
I don't know.
Photoshop.
So then we got the match between Daniel Bryan and Triple H.
DB for sure.
Yeah, DB. Do you think they'll swerve it, do a non-finish, and do all four and make it a fatal four-way?
Oh, I would hate that.
I could see them doing that. If Vince is going to come out, I can see maybe Daniel Bryan's going to win, then maybe the Authority like Kane and the Corporate Outlaws come in and try and screw him over. Then maybe Vince will just come out and say, it's a fatal four-way in the main event.
Yeah, you're right. I didn't actually think of that possibility, but I'll just go with Daniel Bryan.
God damn it, Hunter, this is WrestleMania. We got the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. So in this match so far, so they still haven't announced all 30, but the most up-to-date list for our Tiny Tight Show listeners. Dolph Ziggler, Big E, Fandango, Alberto Del Rio, Damian Sandow, Titus O'Neil, Christian, Sheamus, Big Show, Mark Henry, Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, Kofi Kingston, The Miz, Brodus Clay, where the hell's he been? Darren Young, Justin Gabriel, Rey Mysterio, R-Truth, Santino, Khali, Zack Ryder, who's actually on the pay-per-view, who I'm shocked, Sin Cara, Brad Maddox has put himself in.
Just one note on Brodus Clay, definitely. Where has he been? Not the main event.
Yes.
So, yeah.
For the main event player, has been nowhere near the main event. He hasn't even been on main event. I will give it to Mark Henry.
I'm giving it to the Big Slow.
Big Slow?
Yeah.
If they have like a mystery entrant, I'm calling it right now. It's Jake the Snake. They may put. Ooh, that'd be a good one too. Even though.
Or RVD.
Yeah, I could see that maybe.
Yeah.
Six-man match: The Shield versus Kane and the Old Age Outlaws.
Shield.
I would give it to the Shield too. Then break them up after WrestleMania. We got Cena versus the Wyatts.
Cena.
I'll go with Bray. I think Cena's gonna win, but I'll go with Bray. We got the streak
You just pick both of them. That's not fair. Just pick one.
I'll go with Bray Wyatt. I think he's going to win, but I want Bray to win.
Did you put that on your survey?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
The streak, Brock versus Taker.
Taker.
I'll go with Brock.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay, you got to explain why. You can't just say that and then not give your explanation.
Because Taker's an old-ass man. And Brock is the Incredible Hulk. Yeah, the older the Taker gets, less I'm going to buy, unless he's fighting Sting, who's an old-ass man. But
you really think they're going to end the streak?
Yeah, why not? Get it over with.
You don't think he's like going to retire with the streak?
I don't think it's a mistake to retire with the streak. Like the streak is built up to so much. Who's going to benefit the most?
And you think Brock Lesnar is going to benefit the most?
Well, it just adds more to the mystique and the star power of Brock Lesnar. Like, there are no stars in WWE anymore, but Brock's a fucking star, man.
Yeah, but he's not even a full-time performer, and never wants to be.
I mean, who else is going to break the streak? Luke Harper? Roman Reigns?
Nobody. That's my argument, is nobody. And why is it a mistake for them to retire? Retire with it?
Why build it up unless someone's actually going to benefit from it?
It's like it's Undertaker's prize for being fucking top of his game for 23 years.
If Taker does win, the way I would book it, and
there's no wins in wrestling. This is a win for your career. This is something to look back. Like, you can't say like, oh, my record was this. Like, you can't. But for someone who's put that much effort into their career and what for the WWE, that's something nice to retire on.
If Taker does beat Brock, what I would do is I would actually have Sting show up and just point to WrestleMania and just say, next year, it's showtime. And
Cool.
build it
That will happen, I bet.
and build it for 1 year, just like they did with Rock and Cena. Build it for 1 year. Sting versus Taker, and put Sting in the Hall of Fame next year.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Yeah. But that's not going to happen. What else we got? I think that leaves the main event, doesn't it?
Did you give a reason why you thought Bray was going to win? Just because he just get the rub?
It's his time. Cena needs to put someone over clean. I think that would be a lot more. Cena would be in a more interesting place if he lost clean to Bray, rather than just, oh my God, it's Super Cena. No sell, no sell, no sell. Fights off 3 guys. Cena wins. Bleh.
Yeah, so it's just wishful thinking for you then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to win this. I'm going to win with my picks.
Yes.
I wish you luck. And
Yes.
then I have Daniel Bryan winning in the main event.
I think we all have Daniel Bryan winning in the main event. Just they need to give us that of yes, yes, yes. That image of 30,000, like 100,000 people chanting yes, rather than 100,000 people rioting that Batista won. Granted, Batista was pretty entertaining, and he was the one highlight of that very painful press conference.
Oh, was he? What was he talking about?
Oh, he just went off script again. He says, "I'm not reading this. This is terrible. Whoever wrote this should be fired." Talking shit about Daniel Bryan, like he goes trying to do the yes thing, but none of you guys are saying anything. Just kind of awkward for him. Goes, yeah, I had some time between some movies and decided to come back, be the world champion. Just awkward. But being a heel, like a fan was talking shit to him and he just threatened to beat the fan up. No. It's worth a watch. Go on YouTube and watch Batista's.
I like when it came out to talk to Triple H on Raw. It's like, yeah, I think your little killing the yes movement is pretty cute.
It's the understated dick of Batista. Like, again, I know we talked about it last week, but him and fucking Stephanie just slapping the shit out of him, Orton losing his shit legit.
I don't know if that's legit, man. I'm still arguing that with you.
The way he went down and tried to mask his laughter, I think that was legit, because he didn't expect the glasses to... It was the glasses that went flying. I think that's what broke him.
Maybe that. But obviously the slap was...
And the fact that Stephanie slapped him so hard it ripped his skinny jeans.
Yeah. Well, let's not talk about that.
Okay.
Sergio, Alicia, James. They all heard that last episode.
Yes.
It's dropping names again.
Yes.
Psycho Mike heard that last week.
Yes.
Jules heard that last week.
So Hall of Fame is going to be on Saturday night, live on the WWE Network. And I cannot wait to see Warrior with a live microphone. I still kind of want him to go into business for himself and just say fuck all this shit. He lulled them into his trap. Also, going to be very awkward with Hogan to be there with the amount of shit talk that they've talked about each other for years.
Yeah. Hogan doesn't care, though, as long as you're getting paid.
Yeah. Scott
Hogan
Hall
needs the money.
So, who are you looking forward to who's like acceptance speech in the Hall of Fame? Jake's, Scott Hall's, Warriors?
Probably Scott Hall.
Yeah?
Scott Hall. Just because, like, obviously I want to hope he's looking at least healthy and stuff like that. I want to see how he's looking. But
He's looking good.
Yeah, listen to those podcasts he was on 4 or 5 months ago now, and he seemed like just an honest cat, right?
I can listen to him just talk ring psychology for hours.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So, because Jake the Snake was a little out of my era, and but Scott Hall was right in the pocket.
I liked guaranteed. I don't think Carlos Colon's acceptance is going to make the broadcast.
No. Do you think Carlito will be there?
Oh, I can see Carlito being there.
Yeah, Carlito should come back.
And Primo and Epico get on stage. Where the hell have you guys been for months?
Yeah, bring back Carlito, even though obviously not a main eventer, but still, fuck. Remember when he first came up? They built him up pretty good over on SmackDown.
Oh yeah, he had like attitude and he was cool and legit. He was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Spitting apples in people's faces and.
Yeah. Anyway, so what are we on now?
What else we got? So WrestleMania is here. What do you think they're gonna do post WrestleMania? Let's talk that.
Well, that's always the best Raw every year is the Raw after Mania. All the hardcore fans from all over the world get to go, and they're all creating new chants, changing storylines, all sorts of fun stuff.
Well, probably we'll see RVD return post Mania.
Yeah, or during Mania as a surprise entrant.
Yeah. I think if Daniel Bryan does win, it'll be a total like skeet fest on the Monday night.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hunter will plot.
What would you do though with Daniel Bryan going forward though once he has the title?
That's the thing. Like the money's always in the chase.
Exactly. I read somewhere Dusty Rhodes made it of a career out of chasing the title. I never experienced that. But it could be true.
Yeah. You can see a lot of that on the WWE Network now, but I don't know. They gotta have. I can see maybe just the rematch. First of all, do the rematch. So him versus Orton, him versus Batista. Then maybe do another match with him and Triple H. If Punk is back by then, maybe if Punk does come back, maybe obviously him versus Punk. That's a no-brainer.
Well, it'd be epic.
I still think there may be a possibility that he screws Daniel Bryan at Mania. I'm calling that now. That may happen.
Yeah, that's still. You brought that up in the last episode. Bring it up again. Tell the listeners. Tell them.
If Daniel Bryan does not win, it should be because CM Punk fucks him over. Because
that's brilliant.
That's his spot. How dare he take his spot?
Mm-hmm. Boy, yeah, you even got the storyline down. Nice.
He would be the biggest heel in the fucking company.
That'd be great. Yeah, because whenever someone returns to after that amount of time, they're always going to get like a happy pop. So like that would just kill and the crowds kill it. Like they would hate him. They would hate him.
Like legit, Jericho was the best one to get rid of that welcome back pop, because if you remember when he first came back, that's when he was the classic overexcited Jericho, which they had like, come on baby, and he just milked it till the crowd went silent, but he still kept that enthusiasm, then just walked out. And
I remember that.
And he did it for like 3 weeks. And then that just got rid of all of the pro Jericho stuff, and then he moved on to.
I remember that. Yeah, it was so awkward at the time, but it made sense if you think about it. Yeah.
It just went on so long.
Yeah. So crowd after Mania is gonna be hot. Daniel Bryan hopefully moving forward as champ with future storylines, maybe against CM Punk, Triple H. Hopefully not Randy Orton again. I don't want to see that anymore.
Yeah. Well, actually, post-Mania, we got Ring of Honor, but we should really talk a bit about Ring of Honor is having a huge show, because it's not just WrestleMania in New Orleans. ROH is having a big show as well.
How big?
Huge show.
How big?
We're going to finally get a real world championship. Let me just bring ROH's website, power of the internet. Got to get a hold of Scotty O'Shea. We need our websites faster. So Supercard of Honor is also this weekend, this Saturday.
Supercard, it better be super.
Yes.
Super.
So Supercard of Honor 7, April 4th. Main event, Ladder War 5. So for the ROH World Championship. Adam Cole's World Championship's going to be up there. Jay Briscoe's Smoking Skull Belt, Redneck Belt is going to be up there as well.
Mm-hmm. Just the two of them in the match?
Yep. Because normally the Ladder Wars have always been like multi-team matches with the Briscoes, the American Wolves, or Steen and Generico. So
who do you think's going to win that one?
I could see Adam Cole.
Yeah.
They're going to keep the belt on Adam Cole. I think he's a good heel world champion.
Mm-hmm.
Winner faces the IWGP Heavyweight Champion Okada at World of Worlds in New York City. Steen versus Elgin.
Cool.
I could see Michael Elgin winning that.
Because Steen's facing Cole in Toronto.
Yeah.
So who's Elgin facing in Toronto?
Don't know yet. They haven't announced it.
Oh.
203 falls for the ROH World TV Championship. Thomas Ciampa versus Jay Lethal. I'll keep it done, Ciampa.
Ciampa?
Ciampa.
Ciampa.
No DQ. Mark Briscoe versus Mike Bennett with Maria. Now, if you've been watching the promos on ROH TV, really hilarious promo where Mike Bennett and Maria came out dressed as the Briscoes.
Really? Oh, geez, that would be funny.
Beards and everything, especially on Maria. So that set up the match between Mark and Mike Bennett.
Yeah, there has been some Adam Cole and Mike Bennett have been hanging out together a little bit or something, right? They've been not teaming, but not a faction. Not a faction.
Just a little bit. We got a three-way tag team match. Winner receives a World Tag title shot at War of the Worlds. Red Dragon of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the Dirty Hipsters. Swig a Coke for the drinking man. Versus Hanson and Rowe versus the Forever Hooligans of Rocky Romero and Alex Kozlov.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably give it to Forever Hooligans.
It's for the belts?
Yeah, because Young Bucks are currently ROH Tag Team Champions.
And they're in the match?
No.
Oh. So they're sacrificing their titles?
No. Whoever wins this match is going to fight the Young Bucks at...
Oh, sorry. Number one contender. Sorry.
Yeah.
Forever Hooligans. Are Young Bucks good or bad in ROH?
Good.
They're good? Okay. Hooligans are still bad?
Yep.
And I'll give it to the Dirty Hipsters.
Okay. Grudge match. Matt Taven versus Truth Martini's Mystery Wrestler.
Well, how am I supposed to guess if it's a mystery?
Streak is on the line.
I'll take the mystery opponent. Mystery opponents always win.
Yeah. Streak is on the line. The last romance. Silas Young versus Artie Evans with Maida Scott. I'm gonna the streak. Artie Evans is gonna keep the streak going. It's pretty funny how much they're putting like hype on his new streak.
Mm-hmm.
And Roderick Strong is fighting Cedric Alexander. And also signed to appear Matt Hardy, Decade, Adam Page, Andrew Evett, and Adrenaline Rush.
Cool.
So that is our ROH show. Also on Wrestling This Week is Dragon Gate USA has a huge show. Let's bring that up. One of these years we got to go to WrestleMania just to see all this indie shit. Fuck the main card. So they are having two shows this weekend. Probably the Friday and the Saturday. April 3rd is going to be Evolve Championship match. Evolve champion Chris Hero defends against Trent Beretta.
Trent Beretta?
Trent Beretta. Or Trent's, it's plural. There's two of them.
Question mark? Trent question mark?
Yeah, and I think that's the only one they have announced then. Because they were supposed to have a lot of Japanese talent come from Dragon Gate, and I guess none of them actually are going to be there. The April 3rd show, Chris Hero defends against Trent Beretta. Bravados, they're tag team champions, the Bravado Brothers, versus the Gentlemen's Club of Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy. Open the Freedom Gate champion Johnny Gargano will defend against Rich Swann. Non-tag team title match. Open the Dream Gate champion Ricochet will fight Anthony Reese. 2013 Style Battle rematch. Drew Gulak versus Biff Busick. Special challenge match. AR Fox versus Caleb Conley. And special attraction match. Green Ant versus Maxwell Chicago.
I don't know those guys.
Yeah. And I think WrestlePalooza is having another event there too. WrestlePalooza. Nope. just remember something about Kevin Steen fighting Masato Tanaka, and I think that was going to be a good match. Or WrestleCon, that's what it was. WrestleCon, so their event in New Orleans this weekend. Entertainment, schedule of events. Oh, I think it's just going to be more of a convention because Goldberg's going to do an autograph signing. Mickey James is having a live concert. Colt Cabana is doing a live Art of Wrestling podcast. So all that is going on in New Orleans this weekend.
Cool, lots of stuff. Everyone's trying to capitalize on that extra traffic and business.
Can you imagine how more awesome it would be if WWE just embraced all that?
Why would they?
Helps the industry.
Why would they?
I don't know. As long as they don't try and impede it, they can. Because I think that's what they want to do too. They want to stop all these little indie shows, which is just stupid.
Where have you heard that?
Online.
How have they been trying to stop them?
Oh, just sometimes booking the buildings or stopping things like that, so they can't book shows in those buildings that weekend.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like any competition, right? You don't want anyone cutting your grass.
Yep. So other than that, I guess we should, as we always end the show for whatever reason, Walking Dead. So Walking Dead, season finale this past week.
Mm-hmm.
So back in October. I thought it was a little underwhelming, but it's kind of set the pace for what next season is going to be. I think Rick got his groove back.
Mm-hmm. He looked pretty dope. He went Twilight on us, and he bit Chris Christopherson in the face or in the neck.
And of course, Daryl immediately flipped, but we all knew that was going to happen. We didn't see what happened to Carol. We didn't see what happened to Tyrese or the last kicker. So I assume they're in another one of those little containers somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. So, do you think they're in a container somewhere else, or
Yeah,
do you think they haven't arrived yet?
I think they're just in another container.
So the black guy and they're in a different container.
Yeah.
So here's my take on that.
Okay.
That baby, that little doo-doo baby, is going to be their ticket out of there somehow. So they're in the container now. Tyrese and blah, blah, blah show up, and they're like, whose baby is this? Rick is like, that's my baby. Don't kill me. Boom. We'll get on with our lives. I bet there'll be other things involved, but that baby's going to be the freaking get them out of trouble card.
James and I were speculating that they're cannibals, and I still think they're cannibals. And Robert Kirkman is being very cagey whether they are or not. But
weren't they cannibals in the books?
Well, Terminus isn't in the books.
Yeah, but there was a town in its place of cannibals.
No, there was a group of hunters that were cannibals. So we're thinking they just put that there. So
yeah,
we shall see. There's ominous things going on in that town. They are not what they seem. As is always on The Walking Dead.
Mm-hmm.
But the one line that Rick said at the end of the episode was from the comics, but they kind of pussied it up. Because in the books, basically, that same look of like Rick had in his face is like he said, they're fucking with the wrong people, not they're messing with the wrong people. So you should have said they're fucking with the wrong people.
Yeah, because that was a little cheesy. I was like, that was stupid.
Yeah. And
I was waiting for something a lot cooler. But no, it's pretty gay.
Cool. Well, that is all this week for the Tiny Tight Show. Next week we will give you full WrestleMania results and coverage from everything that went down this weekend. The good, the bad, and the indifferent.
The ugly, like, Summer Rae's face.
Yes. Oh my God. I can't believe I didn't win the Divas title. Fandango, can you believe I didn't win the Divas title?
Oh, Bachelor, you're a funny guy. Funny guy, Bachelor. Thanks for listening to the Tiny Tight Show this week, guys.
Yep.
And continue listening. Until next time.
So you can send us an email at tinytight. So you can send us an email at tinytightshow@gmail.com. Where can they find us on social media?
They can't. Don't Google us. Don't try to find us. Don't talk to us. Don't listen to us. Don't ever come to our thingy again.
Okay, Kanye. Don't
Our
talk.
party. Don't come to our party again. You're not invited.
Don't talk. Don't listen to a podcast. Don't leave a comment below. Don't hit like.
Don't send us an email. Don't listen next week to the Tiny Tight Show.
So until next time, I am Mike Batchelor.
I'm Zach Selig.
Tiny Tights, aye.
Tights win fights.
Peace.